guys, and welcome to the next part in my Comic-Con Cape Town 2026 Funko Pop haul. So guys, as I'm looking down at this Funko Pop whilst I'm talking to you guys, I'm reminded that when I first started collecting Funko Pops, there was a place called, I think it's Pop Life South Africa or something. They were an e-commerce store back in the day, but my true bulk, majority, chunk, whatever definition of the word you understand, of my Funko collection, which currently stands, if I looked on the Funko app recently, 214 Funko Pops. The vast majority of that is thanks to one toy shop, the Silver Toy Shop, run by two identical brothers, guys, Chris Silver, Richard Silver, and together they are the Silver Brothers. So y'all guys, Chris, Richard, the entire team at Silver Toy Shop, if you guys are seeing this part of the video, special shout out to you guys, because without you guys, I wouldn't have amassed like the huge, I mean, if I could fit all my Funko Pops into this video, I would. I just want to say thanks, guys. Thanks a lot, and for all the chats at the Comic-Con Cape Town events over the years, because it's really nice. And I always find my hard to find, and I actually joked with Chris or Richard about this at Comic-Con this year. I'm like, I always come to you guys, and then I find the hard to find Funkos, and I don't have a problem paying your asking price because I need to have that Funko in my collection. Guys, I also got one more important person from the Silver Toy Shop team that I met again this year at Comic-Con Cape Town 2026. I'm, of course, talking about my beautiful friend, Danielle, or Danny for short. And yeah, I just wanted to say it was really nice. And thank you to Danny for helping me find White Canary. Oh, damn it. You see, I'm thanking so many people, I forgot about the Funko, guys. But before we get to that, and before I mention Danny again, so what was really special and really nice is this year at Funko Pop, this is truly a first for me, but I really appreciate it, is when you buy a Funko Pop from Silver Toy Shop, they actually give you like a mini Funko logo. I'm going to turn it like so you guys can see. So it's a mini Funko logo stand thing that you can display amongst your Funkos, which just give it that much more like specialness and display quality and so on. And then, of course, me and my mom are still going to eat this eventually because I still haven't opened this, guys. And you know where I'm going with this now. The legendary gin and fudge pack that you get with purchases from Silver Toy Shop, guys. And trust me, I've had a couple of these bad boys that I always shared with my mom because I'm a good boy. I'm a very good boy. And the fudge is just like, very nice. And I do see that they have social media contact details on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can put it on both sides of the screen. So let's put Facebook here. So this would be Facebook Gin and Fudge, and then Instagram Gin and Fudge. Awesome. So what's nice about Silver Toy Shop is, yes, they are a business, but they feel more like family, you know, because I've known them for so many years since they started their business. So, and getting to that must-have Funko Pop that I was talking about earlier on in the video, and thank you, Danny, shout out to you for pointing out to me that you guys had the one, the only Sarah Lance, the only Sarah Lance, aka the White Canary, which coincidentally happens to be my favorite female actress on DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and also my first female crush on the show from Arrow that went over to DC Legends of Tomorrow. So Katie Lotz, if you're seeing this video, huge fan, and I really enjoyed Sarah Lance's story arc, transitioning from Black Canary over to White Canary and all the exciting adventures that she got up to as a Legend of Tomorrow. So as we do the traditional 360, you guys can see, and I just want to point this out as well, like I did in the Jay Garrick video, in this collection, I already have now White Canary given. And then, of course, I already have Hawkman as well. So I just need Hawkgirl, Adam, and of course, Firestorm. So, yeah, let me just finish the 360 properly. So there's the side view of Sarah Lance, aka the White Canary. There's the legendary DC's Legends of Tomorrow logo. And here's another side view, and here's the zoomed in part of the front part of the box. Now let's just put Sarah out of frame here and get into a story. So when it comes to like character rebirths and finding your purpose again from scratch, nobody embodies that more than the White Canaries. So guys, White Canary's story is quite an interesting one because before she became known as the White Canary, I think it's in episode 1 or episode 2 that the legends rescue her from Nanda Parbat after she went through the Lazarus Pit. Now, the Lazarus Pit, for you guys who don't know what the Lazarus Pit does in the Arrowverse of things, the Lazarus Pit is basically a place where in the Arrowverse, if you lose a team member, you can just put them into the Lazarus Pit and then they come back to life. But it will be a little bit differently because apparently the little bit that I know about the Lazarus Pit from watching Arrow and all the other shows is basically your soul gets reborn through the whole process that you're in the Lazarus Pit. So it kind of, how can I say, you kind of, in Sarah's case, she had to learn from the beginning and her teammates who she really was. And once she started recognizing her friends and her teammates and Oliver eventually again, aka the Green Arrow, she was back to being the Sarah Lance, but now she was back to being the Sarah Lance that we knew, but now she wasn't the Black Canary anymore. She became the White Canary. And I think it's towards the first season of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, I think here around about episode 5 or 6 somewhere, or yeah, it's either season 1 episode 5 or 6, or it's somewhere between season 2 and season 3 where Sarah Lance officially takes over as captain of the Wave Rider, the ship that the DC's Legends of Tomorrow used to travel through time to correct incursions or time mistakes. And then Rip Hunter hands her the mantle of captain after he retires or sacrifices himself. But Sarah didn't know it at the time because she was like, awesome, but like why make me captain? And then Rip gives this heartfelt speech about how he knows that Sarah will be able to control all the different personalities because, trust me guys, if you want a more unique team with different personalities, especially if they're a superhero team, look no further than the Legends of Tomorrow. I'm trying to think of another interesting thing or two to say about Sarah Lance, aka the White Canary, played of course by the beautiful and very talented Katie Lotz. So I think the one interesting thing for me obviously is her different wardrobes of the different time periods that they visited over the course of the 7 or 8 seasons of DC's Legends of Tomorrow. One of my favorite outfits of the White Canary is of course her white fighting tactical suit where she fights with like a bow staff kind of thing, which is pretty cool to see, and you don't get a more badass blonde superhero than White Canary. And then another favorite outfit of mine of White Canary is the one where they travel to the Wild West. But I think that's in a much, much later season where Sarah dresses up as a cowboy and she really looks the part, guys. I'm going to see if I can get a clip for you guys of that, just a couple of seconds of that appearance, because that is something that you guys truly have to experience. And with that being said, this is the part of the video that usually sucks, but it has to be done. So until the last part of my Comic-Con Cape Town 2026 Funko Pop haul from the Sarah Lance, aka the White Canary, and from Silver Toy Shop, and myself Harry Dream Chaser. Harry Dream Chaser.
And why would future you say that?
I think because I went back in time and changed the timeline, and...
You can't go back and just change things like that, Barry.
I know.
You know how hard it is for me to not alter events to bring my sister back? But I don't, because I know the implication.
Perimeter. It's done. It's wall-to-wall Nazis in there.
Alex and I will take up breach positions on the northwest corner, if that's okay with you.
Starlabs thinks they converted the sublight generator, the prism that they stole, into some kind of super weapon.
Speaking of super, theirs is our biggest threat.
Agreed. Let's take her out first. Yeah, I see them!
Where's their arrow?